Hello everybody, welcome to Off the Rack. I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
We got two books to review for you this week. We've got Dark Knight's Metal number 3, written by Scott Snyder with art by Greg Capullo. We also have Action Comics number 989, which is written by Dan Jurgens with art by Victor Bogdanovic. First up, we're going to talk about Dark Knight's Metal number 3, but before we get into that, you got to know what happened in the issue, so here it comes. Despite losing to Barbatos in 1,000 lifetimes, Superman refuses to admit the world is lost. He is rescued by Flash and Dr. Fate and taken to the last safe place left in the universe, the Oblivion Bar. The League splits into teams to seek out the last remaining nth metal needed to destroy the Dark Batman. Superman, however, seeking the hidden signal from the one true Batman deep in the heart of the Underverse, attempts to break through the barrier between the Dark Multiverse and the Phantom Zone. When he arrives, he learns the dark reality of the multiverse. All roads lead to Barbatos. Now, with the battery at the center of their dark engine, Superman is the last key to sink the world into eternal darkness. And there you have it. That was what happened in this issue. Some baller stuff going on. What'd you guys think of it? I thought it was awesome. Let me tell you something. I've been waiting for this book to kind of catch fire, and finally it has. We get to see some truly metal moments. We get to see Superman versus Barbatos, or whatever they want me to pronounce it. I don't give a crap.
I think it's that.
Yeah.
I think that's how Snyder wants you to pronounce
Well,
it.
because you need to say the bat
Yeah.
in it.
I like to emphasize the bat.
Barbatos. I'm disappointed that he looks like that, and that he's not like an entity that exists outside and you never really see him.
Yeah.
He's just a dude. He's just a badass looking dude.
I'm just a thing with stuff.
It's cool, but it's nice because Superman. It's nice and it is cool and it's within character. Everybody's awesome, but my only critique is that it's sad because like all Superman is hope, and he's like it's gonna happen, and then at the end he's like, oh no. You're like, yeah.
And then Batman makes him feel like a jerk.
I didn't really like it all that much.
I did not like it. I had some problems with it.
Okay, let's hear them. What are the problems?
I felt like Snyder's done a fantastic job in the, like, preludes to this and in these books in, like, hinting at things to come. Like,
yeah.
the importance of the nth metal.
Right.
And metals in general. And then it's like, oh, you think it's just to trigger Barbatos coming. It's like, no. Nth metal plays a huge role.
Yeah.
And we've kind of led you on to that, right?
And it's important.
And
yeah.
I know that music's a big thing for the DC universe. I know it's been used before. I know Grant Morrison has used it before. But literally, Snyder just pulls this out of the ether in this book. Mm-hmm. And I know it's a reference to other things, but he's just done so well in, like kind of weaving things in and leading us to it. And all of a sudden he's like, and this is the part where I reference music. Okay.
Yes.
And that I was like, whoa.
He's not wrong, by the way,
No,
about
he's
the
not
fact
wrong.
that the na Batman, like the actual theme from the 60s,
Yeah.
are those chords.
Right, and it's my
But
understanding
he made that up. Like he just does. He's like, so okay, na Batman is those chords, and so if it's those chords, I have to use those letters and line them up with the Trinity, and make it a thing.
Right. He's trying to like cram it in there, and I know it's my understanding that like characters actually traveled on music, like, and I think in Grant Morrison.
Yes,
stuff.
in Multiversity they travel in a musical ship.
Right. So like I get the reference,
and that it's important. It's like essential to DC.
Yes, I just feel like Snyder should have done a better job of incorporating it into this tale.
Fair enough.
Like that was where I was just like,
That was your. What was your hitch?
I'm still not a huge fan of some of the Bat villains.
Really?
I like their design. Mm-hmm. I thought the Joker one was just like...
Yes.
I'm just throwing out quips. I'm seeing what sticks.
The
that
Batman
not
who
work? That fell flat? Oh, I'm sorry. That one fell flat. Don't worry, I'll get some more in.
Right. That's fun. I like that.
That's fun, yes. But that's not terrifying to me.
Oh, I see. I mean, maybe he knows how terrifying he looks, so he's just, like, trying it out.
yeah, he's just going for it.
He's like, listen, if
you're not scared by me just looking at me already...
Yeah.
There's nothing
Yeah.
else
I can't help you.
No, one other like little random thing for me, like in Vertigo, in Sandman, in the thing that he's referenced and pulled into this universe, there is a bar called the Bar at the End of the Universe.
Yeah.
Why don't we go there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, instead of this place?
Instead of the Oblivion Bar? Well, maybe the Oblivion Bar and the Bar of the Universe are the same thing.
They're not.
Well, never mind.
I'm just saying. I'm just like, that's a shame. That's not really a thing.
Like, it's not a
the
ding.
book.
It's just like,
It's just
too bad it's not that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sad.
I was also not a huge fan of the jokes that were being tossed in by the creators, where it's like, hey, I'm his uncle, I'm a monkey. Not actually his uncle.
Right. Oh, the
Look at-
editor's note.
Look at this Batman, or look at Dick Grayson, I think.
Yes.
Nightwing.
Winter's coming. Or
Yeah,
Winter
it's
came.
like, this is Jon Snow, Dick Grayson. I'm like, don't pull me out of this.
Yeah,
Stop
no,
referencing shit.
Yeah, it's like we get you're having a good time writing this book. Please don't don't ruin the narrative.
The ending of this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like where it's just like, well, now what?
I know.
Right? Like,
What?
and I assume Dream's coming back.
Yeah, he's in 4.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's on the cover.
He's in it.
Right. So like I assume he's coming back, and I heard that like Hawkman's getting his own tie-in to this in a sense, and since he has the connection to Carter Hall, I wonder if Carter Hall is alive in the Dark Dimension, and will play a part in this as well.
That'd be cool.
And it'll be like grandfather meeting weird grandson thing.
It's weird. Yeah. No, it's true. That'd be cool.
I'm especially excited for that. Like otherwise, like I thought the issue was fun, and like I enjoyed the art.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. Like you know, Capullo was a very specific style. You know, when he's drawing Batman, it's spectacular. His faces have a lot of like similarities, but like overall, you can't fault the man for drawing an action sequence. No. And like seeing the Alfreds from Murder Machine in his style, I was just like, well, there you go. I never thought I'd see that. Right? Yeah. Like it's just he really like does a great job of composing images you can't forget. That's like true. When we see the Dark Knights essentially like in the bar, and they're all just hanging out, right? Yeah. And was it Nightmaster? Oh yeah. Yeah, is like with his own sword. Yeah. Like it's just such a. It tells a story, and it's just one image from long after. That's exactly. Absolutely. Like I was just like, this is spectacular. This is really well done.
Yeah. Maybe you guys can clear something up for me because I didn't get to read 2. But did something happen when Barbatos took over the world? Did time pass like a lot more than a week? No. Because people looked a lot older.
Well, they've been through hell.
Yeah, and it makes your beards grow faster.
I noticed that, yeah, Dick said that, but I was wondering if that was, like...
true, or if that's, like, metaphorical?
Like, did something actually happen? Because the last one had, like, the Speedster, right? The Red Death.
Oh, yeah, that was a tie-in.
That's a tie-in, but that was, like, the Red Death was in another place.
Yeah, it was another universe.
And, like, it's explaining where he came from, like, where that Dark Knight came from.
Okay, so it's not like he made people age. Because I knew that was one of the things, is, like, that... like there was a Speed Force that like started sapping people in their like
and also like
and he could be able to do that.
You can't touch them, so like maybe some of them have made that mistake.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
Okay,
I just assume like it's that bad. Yeah. I mean like literally Lois is a doomsday monster.
Yeah, but at least she can't die.
But she's wasn't in, like, the best always?
Kind of... What? Anyway, do we recommend Dark Knight's Metal #3?
Yes, and here's what's hilarious about it. Like, you kind of have to read the others, but you don't really for this one.
Yeah, you could jump right in, and I recommend you do so, because out of the 2 major events, one is going to be really heavy, and the other one is not. And I think that's why they greenlit this one, to go coincide with the Doomsday Clock, because Doomsday Clock, the first 6 issues, or the first 6 pages of that book, are real dark and dense. Yeah. And it's just like, if you don't want to read about like how crappy the world is, then you do not want to pick that book up. Yeah. You're going to, because it's Doomsday Clock. But this is a fun, like, romp. Recommend it?
It is fun, yes. And as much as I complained about certain things, at the end, holy crap, when Batman was just like, yeah, look, I told you.
I told you, man.
It's like, I didn't get that!
Yeah. I believe in you!
Like, literally worst code ever.
Yeah, don't do that. That's a worst, don't code that way.
Yeah, you instead of having like weird letter codes, have like a safe word. What's your safe word?
Yeah. No, banana! And now we're going to talk about Action Comics number 989, but before we do that, let's tell you what happened in that issue. Under the goading of a mysterious Miss Janet, JB bursts into the Daily Planet, guns blazing and a suicide bomber vest strapped to his body. While Lois tries to call Superman, Superman rescues a small country from destroying its own people using chemical weapons. Under the influence of Oz, of course. Lois manages to get a message out to Jor-El. He rescues Lois and bumps into his grandson John, aka Superboy. Because if his son won't join him on a utopian planet full of super people, perhaps his grandson will. There you have it. That was really, really short. It felt really short.
It was really short.
But
at least comparatively to the other book.
Yeah, I think so. No, that's true. Yeah, it was not fair to hold them side by side.
No.
I think even with a normal issue, like there wasn't so much that happened in this one.
No. That was very, very brief. You can tell from the little recap I gave.
Yeah.
But what'd you guys think of the writing for this issue? I thought it was fine.
Ben?
It didn't wow me. I'll say this much.
No, I agree.
I didn't really have a problem with it, but it didn't stand out.
No, it felt kind of by the numbers, and I liked it. But there was no moment. There were moments that I wanted to see, like Jor-El and Lois and how they interact. And
see, I want to see Jor-El and John doing more stuff,
and you will,
and like win him over. And I know that's going to be coming, but like. I still have to believe that Jor-El is not actually Jor-El.
I agree with you. So, but I feel like it wasn't as impactful as it could.
It wasn't as dense as it could.
No.
So here's the thing, for me, you got Action Comics, And you got Superman
Yeah.
going on at the same time, right? And, like, they clearly feed off of each other here and there. Like, when Superman goes on break, like, in one thing, like, whatever. When he moves, then when they move from, whatchamacallit, Hamilton, it carries over into both books.
Of
like,
course.
they're paying attention to one another.
Yes.
You can't do Manchester Black in the same year that you're going to have Jor-El try to sway Superboy.
Well, you mean the fact that the whole last story with Black's return was him indoctrinating Superboy?
Yes.
And then making I felt like we had seen that already.
That's where it is.
Thank you for reminding me
that
that
is what
story.
drove me crazy. You shouldn't have done that, because for me it's so much more impactful for it to be Jor-El.
Yeah.
Whether he's good or bad, like, that creates so much more tension and, like, family drama in general.
Yeah.
But to have already seen it, I'm just like, could we stop doing this to Superboy?
Yeah, like, just let him do his thing.
Even, like, with Mixie.
Yeah. He indoctrinated Superboy, too?
He did.
Or tries to. I do love that line, though, where Jor-El's like, you don't have any peers. Not like that awful Bat Boy that they force you to spend time with. I'm like, yeah, if anyone who didn't know Bruce personally could objectively look at that situation and be like, don't let him hang out with those people. They're crazy. They don't have powers. They just live in the cave.
No, it's true.
It's awful.
Now, the rest of the issue, though, like, I felt like Lois has an incredible moment where, like, we get to see her strength.
Yeah.
Like just...
Yeah, Lois the character all on her own.
She
really
is.
Works.
And I also appreciate the fact that she doesn't, like, just, like, be like, oh, okay, cool, you're Jor-El, right? She's just like, no.
Yeah.
Because, like, literally, like, Lois has been dealing with people forever. You know what I mean? She's a reporter. She knows Superman. Like, she has hung around heroes. She's seen villains. Like, she's done it all. So it's kind of hard to just win her over, in my opinion.
No, I think so. Yeah, she's naturally skeptical.
Yes, exactly.
Well, she should be.
And it's just, like you said, like, I kind of wish you could see more sparring there, except for the fact I assume that Jor-El was like, this is not working.
Yeah, this is not working, I'll try the child.
That's next.
Oh, I should have made myself Superman's mother. Maybe then I could have won her over.
That's fair. That would have been neat. I would like to see that too.
Right? And I know you and I mentioned this once before, but it's just like, this is a book in which I really wish Ma and Pa Kent were alive.
Yeah, big time.
Because I really want to see Pa Kent go toe-to-toe with Jor-El.
Agreed.
Like, regardless of if he is or he isn't, like, you know, you literally have Jor-El, like, showing Superman that, like, this is the worst humanity could be,
yeah,
right?
But, the Kents are, like, the best.
That's it. They're the beacon of hope. Like, that's why it works so well. And, like, I would love to see, those ideologies, like, going head-to-head, having, like, the alien presence and having the humanity presence.
Yeah,
and,
I agree.
Both playing a similar role for Superman. It's just a shame.
Yeah, it is.
So at what point is Jor-El going to show up at the Palace of South? No.
Fortress of South.
He's already there!
Yeah, that's
He's
where they
been
met
there.
the first time.
Yeah, but, like, and have the fortress be like, you're not Jor-El.
No, they did.
No, the robots all know they believe it's him.
Yeah.
The fortress thinks it's him.
Yeah, so, like, that's, like... If it's not him, they're gonna have to do some, like...
It'll...
Right
they already know.
Yeah,
they know how to fix it.
I'm sure that they have. And it's funny, because it's like... For me, this is so bizarre. Because, like, I feel like in every, like, version of Superman, like... You have seen him turn to Jor-El. Like, of course he turns to Pa Kent. But, like, he seeks his advice and understanding how to treat humanity.
Right.
And then to have Jor-El be so fundamentally changed in his eyes, whether or not he's actually his father, or he's a Jor-El from another universe.
Yeah, I think it's pre-Crisis Jor-El.
There you go.
All right, but Space Dad!
But, how that's going to change the Superman character.
Yeah.
And it could be good. It could be bad. I don't know.
Right.
Like, it changes okay.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen the change in Superman, and it's positive. And it's the same creative team that made the good changes already. So I'm on board.
Yeah.
I am in no way worried about this story.
No. The only thing I wish is that, again, I wish that he hadn't done the Manchester Black story.
That's fair.
Like, that
was in another title. Whatever.
I know, but you're clearly paying attention.
Yeah, that's true.
You should have just been like, don't do that. Do something else with him.
No.
Don't do that.
No, but we have Superboy now.
We're going to use him.
He's going to be our linchpin.
Yeah, we need him. What'd you think of the art?
It was great.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Vic's born to draw Superman. There was this one moment where he's just flying up, and I'm like, wow, classic Superman. This looks great.
Yeah.
He tweeted an image of Superman looking, like, tired. And he's like, I want to do this, but they want me to do this. And I was like, either one, I like him.
Yeah. I like his Jor-El. I like the shadow of, like, Superman in him. You know what I mean? But also the grotesque nature of
yeah, it's like an older Superman.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I like that you're getting early releases, and I'm just like, oh.
Oh, he's not sending them to me. He's just putting them out there. But still, it's fun to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you have it. Can we recommend this issue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
too.
like, here's the thing. Like, if you're interested in all what's going on with the Oz effect, which is spilling into other books.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Detective Comics.
This is all about it.
Yeah. So, like, you're gonna want to know what's going on with Mr. Oz here.
Agreed. Well, check it out. And there you have it. We'll see you guys next week with an all-new episode Off the Rack. Thanks a lot for joining us on this new time and day. Actually, it's just a day. I don't know what time you saw it, but hopefully it was recently
It's
after
the new
it was
Comic
posted.
Pop time. New Comic Pop. No, same
Same channel,
Pop
actually. Yeah,
I guess.
yeah. But
What are you doing?
the Batman thing.
I know what you're doing. I just meant, like, why are you doing it?
No, Comic Pop!
See you guys next week.